Hello and welcome all. Welcome for this session where I want to talk to you about how to get a QA software testing job in 30 days. I hope this short presentation will walk you through, give you all the inputs and guidance in your career planning. So, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Your participation makes it even more special for us to conduct more and more sessions like this, which could help you in getting through your goals and making sure that how you execute them step by step. So, team, before I continue further, there are closer to 100 participants right now in this session. You're all joining from different parts of the globe. What I would want you to do for me is please help me in answering the first poll. This poll is basically for us to know who you are, what kind of a background you come from, where are you with your career and your professional path at this career path right now. So, admin team, can you please help me in launching the first poll, please? And then you have about 30 seconds. I don't believe you need more to choose your option, and then we can get going with the remaining ones. So right now there's a 0% votes. That means that the poll is in process. All right, about 53% have we have voted, team. We're getting a lot of options coming in. If you look at it, there are 5 options that we've given. Looking for your first job, just curious on what this webinar is all about, moving from a non-IT, which is non-software, to an IT industry, or you're already in QA and you're looking for growth. And the last option is you're still in college, or you're just coming out of college, or just passed out and you're looking to start your career. All right. So these are the 5 categories that we've put all the participants into. You can choose one of them. 83% votes have come in. That's a great number. I'm going to give you a few more seconds, team, to complete it, and then I will be able to share the results with all of you. So almost 87% votes in. That's great. That basically shows how attentive the audience is as well. So 90% of the audience is with me, is following this lecture, and I'm very happy about that. All right, great. So team, at this point, I would love to close the poll and move on with the results. So I've closed the poll, and here are the results. Can you all look into the results? Are you able to see the results at your end? All right. I can do a quick screenshot of this and also paste it. So that way you will be able to see what others have done. So give me one quick second, please, before I go forward. All right. So I'm going to insert quickly a small photo from my desktop that I just took. This is the poll result. That way what happens is, even when people are watching the video, they're able to see this. Otherwise, I don't believe if you're not in a live mode, you're able to see this. So team, here are the results. So majority of you are in that looking for your first job or moving from non-IT to IT. All right. So you're not in the QA field. And I'm very glad to see that like 36% of you are already in QA, but you're looking for growth. You're looking for something additional, something that will take you from where you are, get you above the competition, get you that special skill and attention that you require at your workplace. All right, great. Now let's move on. Let's move on with what we have as planned in terms of our agenda. So is this what we are looking to do, team? Is this our goal for today? Are we talking about how you could lose weight, get fitter, how to lose 30 pounds in 300 days? Is that what we want in an agenda today? Or how about this? Do you want to learn to ride a bike in 7 days? Or how about this? How you can save money every month? Or this? How you could take your family for a vacation for a family of 4 for 2 weeks? or you wanted to learn piano in 3 months, or you want to be an SAP consultant in 6 months. Is this what you all wanted to do? Is this why you're all here? Yes or no, team? Then why is it that I'm showing you this, which is very, very irrelevant to what we're trying to do as part of our agenda? What is it that we are trying to do with this? What did you observe that has come up in whatever I showed so far? Think about it for a few seconds, team. Very important. And I'll tell you why I'm doing this exercise with each of you. I want you to spend a few seconds in your mind and think about what you just observed when I showed you these different slides which were not relevant to us. Think about it, team. What were they? Were they dreams? Were there goals? Were they ambitions? Wishes? Right? Like a wish list, bucket list, career planning, personal life, so many things, correct? This is what they were, right? What else did you observe, team? And it is not impossible dreams. It is not that you have dreamt beyond what you believe. It is some dreams, but who were dreaming this? Who are the kind of people who have such kind of dreams or a wish list or ambitions in life? Who are they? Some superhumans, some special people with special skills, or are they my dreams or yours? Everybody, anybody, humans. The intent is very simple, team. This is as simple as it can get in terms of building your wish list, building your career path, building your personal life, and setting up your own goals and ambitions. What else did you observe, team, as part of this? Very interesting. I'll tell you why. What else did you observe? There is something that is very common through all of these things. Think about it. To get you to understand how to be a QA engineer in 30 days is not a rocket science. Most of you already know it. You got to go take a course, learn it, build a resume, go do it, and so on, right? But then what is the difference? The difference is how we plan, how we execute, and what kind of a guidance we get through it. There are very specific, common things in all of these. If you go back, I can run you through and see, observe it once again, what we did. How to be an SAP consultant in 6 months. How to learn a piano in 3 months. How to take my family of 4 for a 2-week vacation to Europe. How to save certain amount of money every month. How to learn to ride a bike in 7 days. So there are very specific goals. What is common in them? If we go back to the slide now, they're very specific. They have a specific target in mind. They're not arbitrary. They're not randomly created. They're very clear. There's a lot of clarity in it. Okay. It's not that a person wants to learn any musical instrument in 30 days or 3 months. They want to learn piano, specifically piano. There's a lot of clarity in the thought. There's a lot of positivity. There's energy as soon as we say that, you know what, I want to do this. And you set a specific timeline to it and say, I want to achieve this in not unlimited number of time, not when I become old, not when we retire. We are setting a specific time to it. Why? Because you believe that once you set a goal and give it a timeline, you have to create a plan to get there. And that is when you get very serious about it. You get to not be very casual about it, and you go about executing with a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of focus onto it, team. And they're all very realistic. They're not unreal dreams. They're not something that each of us have not ever thought. At least there's one dream in it that is probably common to all of us. Not common, or at least each of us may share. And there could be thousands of other such things. Now, let's look at what do we want to do, team. How to get a QA/software testing job in 30 days. All right. This is exactly, again, a clear goal. It is not something which is arbitrary. It is not unrealistic. It is not something that does not have a timeline. You have kept a very clear goal with a timeline to it. Now, what do we do next, team? We will break our dream. Seriously, just break it. Break it, you cut it into pieces, you tear it up, you rip it apart, you chop it, and just let them go. All right? Just break your whole dream up. If you have put this in terms of your goal, all right? Now let's break it up. And when I say break it up, I'm referring to break it down word by word. All right? Your dream is built on achieving multiple things in the way of reaching your goal. You have to understand each and every component of it to be able to do it. Before that, I want to talk about why do you want to choose QA or software testing? Fair enough, we are trying to set a goal. Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to learn piano? Or why do you want to go on a vacation to Europe? Why do you want to save money? Every dream goal should have an intent to it. There should be a need. There should be a very specific requirement for it, right? Only then you are really driving yourself to get there. So team, I want you to take the second poll. Admin team, please help me with it, please. Launch the second poll where we're talking about why you want to be a QA software testing professional. What is driving you? All right. What is your requirement for it? I'll request all of you, over 100 participants in the session right now, to please take the poll. Take about 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and then we will get to see the results. While the poll is running, I want to make sure that I have your attention and you are able to all hear me and participate with me. There are about 36%, 40% votes come in. Team, all of you, please take a minute and look at it, why you want to be a QA software testing professional. And if you look at it, there are more. I believe this is a multiple choice question, right? So you're able to choose more than one. It doesn't have to be just one. 77% votes are in, team. Come on, let's take it higher. Let's take it closer to 90%. There you go. We're getting there. Another few seconds, team, and then I will put the result just like I did in the earlier one. As soon as it touches 90, I'm going to take the results, put it there. Team, few more seconds. Last few of you, please finish your votes. Let's get it to 90, and then we're good to go. All right, I'll take as is right now because there are about 88% votes in. And as new participants join in, that percentage keeps reducing. I've taken the screenshot. I'm going to close the poll right now. I'll keep it open till there. Insert photo into my presentation from file. There you go. It's not very clear, but at least it will give us the idea behind it. All right, team. Poll closed. Thank you so much, everyone. Here are the results on your screen. And let me quickly show them on the presentation as well. So here's the presentation and here are the results. So team, basically, a lot of passion, and that is brilliant. I am so happy to see that there's passion into it. Once there is passion into trying to do something, you will automatically become successful. And I'll ask each of you why. If you have passion, how will you become successful? And also, you have specific likes and dislikes. Like, I don't like coding. I don't like scripting. Programming is not my cup of tea. Or you know that there are better career options. IT industry pays well. And it is something that is local for you. It is easy to learn compared to other things. And there are so many options. But just the fact that most of you have also chosen it to be that you're passionate about testing and QA, that's brilliant. Now it makes it easier. Why will passion drive something to success, team? Anyone? There's so many of you. I'm so glad that there's such a wide number of people. Why would it? And great question, George. Why is the sum more than 150%? Why? You think about it for a second. Because there are over 100 people. Irrespective of the number of people, the percentage is high because it's multiple choice. Participants can choose more than one option. So that's the reason you see a higher percentage. Correct. There you go. And that's great. I like it when people ask why, because as at the end, as quality assurance analysts, software test analysts, business analysts, we have to ask the right questions to get the right information. It's all about interacting, communicating, making sure we understand what we need to do correctly. The reason you have to follow your passion, or the passion always results in positive things, is when you do something you don't like, team, you will tend to give it up in a short period of time. When you go behind your passion, you don't intend to give it up, so you keep doing it over and over and over again. When you keep doing something over and over again, what happens? You become good at it, you become brilliant at it. And when you're good at something, of course you're going to make it successful, right? That's why you got to follow your passion. There's no question. Yes, we need to balance it with more realistic things in life that can give us the career comfort, the financial freedom, the stability that our families require, and so on. Right. So that's the reason I think it's very important to be passionate. You can't really generate passion for something. Sometimes you start doing it, you will see that you like it. All right. And I've seen there was a survey done last year or last before where what was the number one happiest jobs in all the industries together, not just one. And the number one job that came up, team, I would love to search for that article and share it, was software testing. It was not development. It was not being an architect. It was not being a program manager or a construction worker or a doctor. The number one out of the top 10 that they found out was software testing. And I know why it is. Number one, because you get to meet a lot of people, team. You're constantly looking at how things should be working better, how they could be doing better. You're looking at ways to improvement always. All right. So you are not being defensive that, you know what, did I do something wrong? Did I do something out of place and so on? It's a very comfortable job, more like a 9 to 5 job. It pays really well compared to what IT industry overall does. It may be a little lower, but overall compared to other industries, it pays a very good amount. And it's a great job where you don't really need to go in and be a master, a developer, or a programmer, or know very complex things. All of this have put it to be a very one of the most happiest jobs. And this was a survey. It was done, I don't even remember where, but if some of my old participants are there, they would probably know. All right, team. All said and done. Now let's talk about this broken dream. I said a few minutes back, let's break the dream. When I said break the dream, I didn't mean to leave the dream or drop the dream. Just divide it into each and every word. How? How can you do it? You want to get something, right? What do you want to get? You want to get a job, right? It is not that you want to get a call or you want to learn something. You are clear with your goal. You want to get a job. But which job? Any job? No. You want to get a QA testing job, right? You want to get a software testing job. When? Next year? 2 years? Tomorrow? In 30 days. All right. Here is your broken down dream. When I say broken down, divide it into smaller sections that you could uh, do something about very clearly and then take help on it. Okay. Now let's talk about each and everything. A job. What kind of a job, team? You want a job, but a job which is located anywhere, or are you specific to a location? Is it got to be around where you live? Is there a rate or a salary that is stopping you from taking it? Is there a specific expectation? I'm not saying compromise. I'm saying be clear about it. Know your boundaries. Know what you want, what you need early. Don't get to the last moment and decide, you know what, should I move? Should I not take? If I get a better package, should I go there? Think about it. Be ready for such things. All right. How about the role? Are you serious that you only want to join as a senior QA engineer or a QA analyst, or you want to join at the beginner, junior QA engineer level, or as a freelance or an intern and then go up? What kind of a roles? All of these things, team, will let you know your boundaries, the number of opportunities you have, and how you're able to capitalize on your goal. Are you specific about a company? You want it in these top these 5 companies where you believe there's a lot of great QA work being done, and you've spoken with your friends there, or you know contacts where they're doing it, or you're flexible with it. Are you flexible with who you work with? What are the kind of team members that you want to work with? And are you specific that I only want to work on quick test professional, or I only want to do something on load runner, or no, I'm a Microsoft test suite guy, I only want to work on those tools, or you will work on open source using Java and Selenium. This will help you to identify that sometimes you may have to compromise on one or more of this to be able to achieve your dream. You have to give team when you want to get. What do you give? This is one component. All right. What kind of a job you start with? As you build your career, as you've put in about 2-3 years and you're happy and you have more experience, more skills, and a lot of confidence with you, you could start demanding, nope, I will only want this location, I would only want this salary, here are the technologies I'll work with. Then you put your demands in front. But when you want to start, you have to be ready to compromise on all of these as much as you can. All right. If you don't want to, no problem, but then adjust your goal accordingly. All right. That is where your realistic nature would come into it. And I tell this to a lot of my participants. I tell them that why do you not want to go and work in a different location? They will say, I have a family. Of course, every one of us have. But if you have to go and study or do an MBA, you have to compromise, right? But then you may say that, hey, but it's too expensive. I have to keep a location or a place for myself in that location, and I have to take care of the travel expenses. Yeah, but your job is paying for you. So take all the money that you're investing in the job, forget the fact that you're going to save anything out of it, spend it just to be part of the job. 3 months later, 6 months later, then start seeing, now can we save it? If you're beginning in your career team, all right, that is where you need to get comfortable. Now, let's talk about 30 days. Are you serious, team? 30 days, you really think you can do it? How many of you think 30 days is too much? I mean, too less, not too much. It's too short a time for someone who's non-IT to get into QA software testing. You can, there's no poll unfortunately for this. You can just use the question and answer section to interact on that. It's too short a time? Too little time? Okay. Who else? Who else believes the same? Who else thinks that we could do it? Too short, too little. It is sufficient. One. Okay, too short. Depends on opening in the market. Guys, I understand. I'm not saying no. But look at it this way. When you dream, why don't you dream big? Why don't you dream high? Why do you want to be pessimistic and laid back in your dreams also? If not 30 days, you have given an attempt for 30, you will probably do it in 60 days or 90 days. But if you start dreaming and build a dream which is not aggressive, 90 days, what will happen? 180 days? 1 year? Correct? Won't you be super excited, super happy if it happens in 30 days? Won't you be happy about it? And I'll challenge you, I'll guarantee you, you tell me the answer at the end of this presentation if you change your mind. It is all about investment from your side. How do you want to invest? 30 days is 30 working days. It is not 1 month where you will say that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no, I will not. Monday to Thursday, yes, I will. No, I'm talking 30 days, 30 full working days. One working day is built on 8 hours. It is not that I will take 1 hour and do it. And 30 into 8, it's 240 hours, team. That is what is required for you to get your QA testing job. Now you are agreeing. Now do you think it's possible? What does it mean? For the next 30 days, see if you can take all your time, your energy, passion, put it on one goal. Once you know this is your goal. But how we do it, we're going to come to it. See, I've taken the portion of QA testing. I've taken the portion of 30 days. We have to come to that how to, we have still to come at the end. All right. Now you have to plan and decide, is this what you want to do? Is this very, very critical for you? And team, at the end, there's only one way. You have to do it, everything and there is a standard. You go to anyone in the QA industry, they will not speak different from what we're going to speak today. It's going to be the same. There is no shortcut. There's only one right path. You have to take that. All right. There are multiple ways of going through that path, but there's one path which is the hard part. You have to put in this effort. 240 hours may be an exaggeration. I'm not exaggerating. I don't want to underestimate it, but at least 150 hours. At least 150 hours. So let's say you're able to spend 20 working days, and you can only spend, let's say, 6 hours. All right. So 20 into 6 is what? 120. So in about 1 month, 1 week, 1 month, 2 weeks, you should be able to achieve it. All right. So think about it that way. Minimum 150 hours is required of effort from your end to do it. It is not 2 hours a day for 30 days, 60 hours, it will happen. No, you need a lot of effort, team. Now, to get, what do you need to do, team? Here is something that is very important, which a lot of us don't really think about. The first thing they'll say is, I need to learn QTP, I need to learn Selenium, I need to get a resume, I need to do. No, you need a buddy to help you, someone who's there around that you can get inspiration from, that is there already working the QA industry, that who could guide and help you. You need someone like that, number one. You need a buddy that you can help team. So many times when you are doing it for yourself, you can do it X is the output. When you start doing it for others, the same thing, it'll be 3 times. So if you're able to help someone in a similar goal, all right, and as you go through your goal achievement, you have someone that is there along with you and you're supporting each other, that's brilliant. All right, think about all the goals. For example, the travel goal. All right, someone has already gone to Europe, someone has done it. You go talk to them, find out how was the experience, how did you do it, what kind of troubles, what kind of good things, what all you need to carry, and then find out who else wants to go and say, hey, where are you booking the tickets, what seems to be the good day. You'll interact, right? You have to go through that. Even better is if you have a group with the same goal. Group sessions, group exercise sessions. You go and do a Bollywood dance or a salsa dance or a Zumba dance class or a group cycling session or a group yoga session. As a group, you're all sitting, you're all sticking with a schedule, you're all sticking with a goal, and that could do a lot of effect to your team. Okay, you need to find a guru team. I have personally not done this the right way in many aspects of my career. For example, fitness, for example, financial planning, for example, career guidance, for example, training. All right, I used to go and try and do it on my own. You can absolutely do it, and there's no better way. It is just too much of a lonely journey, too much of an unguided tour. All right, it is like if you go to Taj Mahal and try and visit, look at the Taj. All right, you'll be awed, you'll be shocked, surprised how beautiful it is, amazing. But if you go with a guide, you will be surprised 20 times more. Why? He's going to show you the finest details. He's going to walk you through everything. They're going to tell you so much about that specific Taj that you'll be shocked that there's so much about it. That's brilliant. And that's what a guide can do. A fitness trainer can tell you exactly what you need. They have seen it so many times. They know it. It is easy. Why do you have to go to a doctor, team? Why don't you just go to medical shop always and just buy whatever medicines you believe? You want an expert advice. Find a guru team. I'm not talking about IT, forget about it. All right. We are very happy not being able to market, not being able to sell from our side. We don't have anything to do with it. People come because they know what it is. You got to find who inspires you, who drives you to it. But find someone. Finally, you need a plan here. You need a plan for yourself. You need to put a plan for yourself. I'm going to create one for you at the end. All right. That is that. Now, let's talk about QA software testing, what you need to learn. Most of you know this team, a lot of it. Like, what do I need to learn? I need to know some basic concepts, how testing works, and then how automation tools or QTP or Selenium. Here is my list, all right? What are needed? You need MS Office team. What do you mean by MS Office? You need to know how to write documents in Microsoft Word. Simple thing, bullet points, headings, sections, table of contents, simple formatting, all right? You need to also know how to work with Microsoft Excel. Very simple things, team. I'm not saying be an expert at it, but you need to know some of the basic information in there. You need to talk about manual testing. Manual testing from a perspective of how does it work? What are the fundamental concepts in it? How does a software test lifecycle work? How do you go about creating test cases, test plans, and sitting down, creating defect reports, and so on? There's very specific things to learn in it. Okay, you need to know those things for sure. Basic about web apps. When I say web apps, what do you mean? When you see an application on the website, you go to google.com, or you go to facebook.com, or you go to let's say itelearn.com, right? You see an application. Every application will behave in a certain manner. How does it behave? What is happening at the back end? Just some basic fundamental idea about it. I'm not saying you'll be an expert at it. Okay, I'm not saying you'll be a web developer. Nope. Just that, okay, there's a back end, there's a code, and there is a front end. Software development lifecycle, software test lifecycle, just the process. Now you see what we started doing, Tim. We started breaking down and said that this is what we need to know for sure. Very simple, Tim. There are some things you need to go deep into. There are some things you'll be very, very brief into. Okay, so that idea of where you need to emphasize, which are mandatory, which are okay things. That's what we'll focus on. Little basic HTML. How does HTML code look, and so on. And you need some project experience, team. End of the day, even if you say that, hey, I am ready to work for free, don't pay me a penny, just take me into your team, do you think you'll get a job? Do you think there are companies desperate to do it? Do you think that why would someone pay when you're getting for free? There's a lot of difference. Number one, why are you working for free? There's never a free lunch. I've been in the sales side of IT industry for over a decade. All right. Whenever I go, I take clients out for wine and dine. I think, why don't everyone accept? It's free. I'm ready to spend hundreds of dollars just to interact with the client with the hope that I'll get a business. Why don't they want to do? They don't believe in free lunch every time. They believe, all right, you're going to give me a lunch, you're going to take me out for a dinner, but what does it mean? Am I binding myself to you? Am I committing to you? Am I selling myself to you like that? There has got to be something of a give and a take. So if you're giving for free, they're not ready to take you. They need experience. They want to make sure that the project is in the right hands. Making sense? What else? Even more. Team, as I said, no shortcuts, but a sure shot method. There's no question about it. All right. And team, this is not even talking about communication skills and all that. That is okay. We can manage around those, and I'll tell you how. Now, what else, team? Automation tools. QTP, Selenium, Load Runner, all right, Jira, Bugzilla, few tools here and there. There are certain tools that you need to learn. And those tools that you need to learn, that becomes very important. Listing those tools, what you need to do, where you need to do, picking up the right tools. You can't learn everything, but then there are certain things that you can learn. Those are the ones that you need to focus on. Scripting, little bit of coding, little bit of scripting. All right. It is basically trying to create the perfect recipe, team. You increase any of the heat, spices, marination, amount of time you put it into an oven, the result is going to be different. You have to go with exactly the same to achieve the goal. Goal to get a QA software testing job in 30 days. Remember that always. Mobile app testing. How to test in mobile applications. Why did I separate it and put it aside? Because in today's world, mobile applications is becoming a way forward. A lot of times you'll see participants are only there on mobile. Users are going to be using applications on mobile. So, and suddenly a huge requirement on it. Sometimes you will notice that one of these tools, one of the skill is getting you the job. And I believe that you have to have a mobile app testing. It is very simple, very easy. You will master it in a zip because you are mobile users already. Most of your smartphone users, I'm not sure how many of you, but I would agree that almost all of you have been working on smartphones or tablets or mobile devices. And that is where you already have an experience of it. It'll be easy for you to understand how to test it and put that as a skill. All right. You need confidence. There's no question about it, but confidence is built when you do it right way. You know it exactly. Yes, I am doing it. You cover, do a checklist and keep checking one after the other. Then that's when you know you're doing it. And you need a domain skill team. not mandatory. If you have at least two or three of this right side column, more than enough. You don't need everything. And that is where you need to balance your expectations from what you need to do in the execution. Okay. Now, let me ask if there are any quick questions from any one of you before we move forward. There are a couple more slides, and then I want to show you how you can go about creating a simple plan in an Excel sheet. Is this webinar for India or US? Doesn't matter, anywhere across the globe. Same experience, same concepts. It is going to be one goal, which is common for every QA aspiring professional in the globe. Can you share some interview questions? Sure. Just go to itlearn.com. You'll find thousands of questions there. What is domain? Domain is basically a functional knowledge team. All right. Let's say that you are working in a healthcare industry. Okay. When you work in a healthcare industry, how does healthcare industry behave? Let's say you process insurance claims for medical insurance claims. Okay. How does the process start? How does it work? Just the knowledge of it sometimes is the most critical aspect for you to get a job, because it may take you between 6 months to 2 years to really master that whole idea. Or you're in a banking industry. How does a loan process or a loan origination work? Or you're in manufacturing industry, and how does a shop floor work? How do you create bill of materials? How do you interact with suppliers? How do you do purchase and sales? All of this. So that specific knowledge about a business process, a functionality where a certain activity happens, is what is your domain team. So if someone asks you, you need to talk about which domain. That comes through experience. And you can say that I have worked in the banking industry, I have worked in the medical industry, I have worked in the social networking industry, I've worked in the dot coms, and so on. So there are multiple domains that you could relate yourself with. For beginner, which automation tool is easy to learn, QTP or Selenium? Both are same. Either way, very simple team. Whoever comes to IT Learn, it's very simple. We make it easy for you. Any tool is fine. Don't worry about it. All right. You decide on what you want to do, how you want to go about, and then forget about the complexity. You've already given up the hard work. Now you have to. The biggest challenge in life, team, that all of us face is decision making. All right. Deciding, should we go to the movie or not? Should we take a vacation or not? Should I choose to buy this house or not, or that or not, and this or not? Always we are in decision mode, and the toughest job is to decide. Once you've decided, once you've made up your mind, it is very easy to execute, because there's no more mental pressure on you in terms of if and but and so on. You're going through that. So you have to get through. Take one tool, QTP or Selenium. But why? Which is more popular? Look at it. Go to your job sites, go to a Dice or go to a Monster or go to any of the local job sites. Look at your city and see what jobs are there more. Which technology or which is easier. From a complexity perspective, both are the same. Can you share link for interview questions? Karishma, please visit the website. You'll find them. There are some free, there's some for premium members. I'm seeing the screen, but no sound. You have to turn it at your end. Sambhav, there are over 125 participants, so they are all able to hear. I'm sure there's something at your end. I can't even, I don't even know if you heard that. Is there a certain way to download certain tools and practice them? Absolutely, Gulam. There are a lot of ways. There are a lot of self-learning. There are a lot of content that you will find as self-learning. In fact, the easiest thing is if you go to itlearn.com. Let me see if I can quickly show you something. All right. If you go to itlearn.com and you look at it, where's itlearn.com? There you go. Here you have all these different videos. Every if you go to, for example, mobile testing, all right, mobile app testing. If you go to this page, you will see for every page, all right, there are demo videos. So let's say you go to mobile app testing, iOS and automation. Okay, automation of mobile application testing and iOS. And here, if you go, see there are day 1 to day 3 are free videos. So you could always start, and some of this is enough for you to get a good kickstart, okay, on how you can go forward. And then as you go through all the sessions, you'll see they get complex. They'll add more and more tutorials to it, okay. And you can go back and, for example, you go to QTP in here. Team, I'm another 10 minutes away from the end of the session. So I need to do this and I need to create one custom plan so you all can take. So for example, here you can see QTP interview questions. Do you see this? So you could go here and you'll find the complete quiz, okay, for every thing that we have. So interview question set 1, you can start with it. It's an interactive quiz that you'll find on the website, and you could go about taking the quiz. So some are free, some are specifically paid. So you can start, for example, what is the navigation path for accessing so and so. Choose an answer and then you go about it. It's either right or wrong. As you go about it, it will tell you, it will guide you which one. All right. And then you go to the next question. And that way, it's an interactive quiz that helps you to understand all the concepts and execute. Some of them are free, as you notice, team. Others are members only. For every course, there are interview questions set this way. All right. Now, let me go back to the question and answer. Quickly take a few more questions, and then I'll finish with the execution of the plan. That's just a sound when I make when I'm thinking out. Automation, how many required to learn one or more? One automation tool is fine, team. Do not waste your time in learning everything. So in your first 30 days, you're going to focus on one automation tool. You're going to focus on some basic concepts. You're going to focus on the MS Office. You're going to focus on mobile application testing for sure. And then everything else, you're going to keep it just in case you have to further go. How to learn mobile app testing for beginners. Just watch those 3 videos. For every course, team, there are multiple chapters. If you go back to QTP, here, there are multiple pages for it. There's just not one page. In fact, it will take you at least 2 weeks to get used to the website and see where is what. So here, there are so many pages for HP Quick Test Professional. And for each page, there are many free videos. You can just go through them. It will give you a lot of information by itself. The presentation is there as a video format, but the plan that I'll create, I will share it. I'll put it on the website. You all can download it. All right, team, let's go back to our agenda. Let's try and get over with what I have as a presentation, and then I want to create a plan. So now we're talking how to. Now we're talking execution, pure play, okay? IT learn. This is one of the option, teams. There are hundreds of options. There's one option that I'm giving you. First week, what are you going to do? You're going to sit down. You're going to spend 2 days on watching HTML and MS Office videos. Like I was explaining, every course is here. So you could go in here and you could see there are MS Office basic videos, HTML videos. All you need to do is watch them like a movie, take notes. All right. And I'll tell you what will happen next. Then you watch 3 days for manual testing videos. All right. That is what you're going to do for the first week. And then you're going to work 2 days on basic SQL. If you get chance, I will not push you for it. If you can learn structured querying language, it's basically SQL statements and all that, great. If you cannot, you will go about reviewing some of this stuff that you've done, and you will go through the projects also that we do. So you are not just focusing on watching the videos, team. Okay. For example, if we talk about manual testing, you will also go through the live projects. We have done live projects in each of these areas that you see, and you will go through some of these live project videos and see how people have done it, what they've done. Just watch the videos, take notes, team. It will give you a great exposure. You will also be doing live projects. We will come to it shortly. All right. Now, what's next? You're going to be working in a group. You have to study in a group. You'll not be doing this independently. So when is that week one starting? I will let you know. So you could join as part of that entire group and start doing it. All right. This is one plan, team. As I said, you can choose what plan you want, where you want. This is what I am recommending. All right. So you're going to work in a group. You're going to watch videos. You're going to create summary documents from each of you. All right. You're going to say, for example, SQL. This is what I learned. ABCD, whatever is there. You're going to put it into bullet points and store it. Then you're going to try and teach others within your group and so on. Pick up a topic. You talk about it. Someone else talks about other topic. Present it back. That is where you become an expert. This is your first week, team. In first week, this is what you're going to cover. Remember, you're trying to spend at least 3 to 4 hours each day to get this done. All right. Now, what next? You will focus on one live project with all that you learned in the second week, team. That is pure project. So whatever you've done in the first week, we're going to take everything, put it together, and we're going to do a live project. The third week, we will get into a fast track automation, either QTP or Selenium. Within 2 or 3 days, I'm going to walk you through the entire aspects of what we need. You will also then start involving into a quick live project. All right. To master QTP or Selenium, it will take you at least 2 to 3 months, team, at least full-fledged. But to get you a head start, enough to get you the confidence and to get you confidently sitting in front of an interview and talking to people, this is what I will suggest. All right. We will go through this. We will plan it across. Worst case, it will slip into the next week. All right. Instead of 1 week, it will become a 2 weeks exercise. I think it will become 2 weeks. So you have to bear, only because if this is too new to you, you can't digest everything easily. So it may get extended for a 2 week period. And then you can talk about the mobile app testing. Very comfortable, very easy. It'll be very interesting also. We will go through the videos and we will execute a live project together. Me, my technical team will help you to execute a live project that you can also take and put it on your resume. All the projects that you see, that you go through, are something that you can take and put it on your resume, your CV that you're going to create, team. Okay. Fifth week, team, is more like a buffer week. You will keep it either to summarize and refresh whatever you have done so far, or you go about talking about some of these things that we do as projects. All right. This is a rough plan, team. Now, I will show you how an exact plan will be made. Now, is that all that is needed? Do you think there's more to it? Of course, there's more. What else can be there? You will need to create a resume. All of these things that you'll see, team, is not to be done at week 5. It is starting right when you start. It has to go on parallelly. That is when you can achieve your goal of 30 days. Do not wait to start making a CV at the end. Even before you get to creating a CV, you need to create the right keywords. In fact, how you could do complete end-to-end placement is there in the videos here. There is a complete job placement training program that we've created. This program will guide you right from the beginning of how you could do your resume, what are the different phases of getting job, and how you go about everything. Each and every phase of it is mentioned in here, team. Okay. Then what else? You need to make sure that you build your references and live project experience, because that is what will go into your CV, correct? And that is what you need to keep mentioning. You need to create some social presence on LinkedIn, on Facebook. You need to start connecting with some of your contacts, people that you're working with in the live projects that you're going to interact with, and people that you believe are already in the industry and in the kind of companies and roles that you dream to be in. So you need to start identifying and getting there. You need to keep a job search activity. All right. Even before you complete the 30 days, you'll start going every now and then, looking at your resume. When you get bored of watching the videos and learning too much, go to the job site, see what kind of jobs are coming up, just for the interest of it, as to keep an idea on what's happening in the market. All right. Just network. Put yourself in few forums. We already have a technical support forum in IT Learn, but you can also have a job career forum, or just keep looking at different groups in Facebook and so on. Network with people. Get an idea. Yes, you need to spend time, you need to spend effort, money, confidence. There's a lot of investment that you need to do, but you have to keep going at it, team, till you reach your goal. Don't give up in 30 days. Sometimes you may need an additional 30 days, but I'm sure you follow this process, you put in the effort, you will be successful. There is no question about it. All right. I have rarely seen people who have gone through the entire thing with enthusiasm and have not done it. All right. It's a matter of time, team. It's a matter of opportunity, but be prepared when the opportunity strikes. Now let's go about building your custom plan, team. Having said this, how do we build a custom plan for you? Very simple. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open an Excel sheet, blank Excel, and let's start at the very top. I'm going to say we'll start with a goal. All right. What is your goal? You decide. Okay. How I want to get a good QA testing job in how many days? You fill it. 45 days, 30 days, 60 days, you decide. But don't keep it comfortable. Always have aggressive goals, team. That is when will you achieve. Okay. Now breaking down your goal into smaller things, right? So you'll talk about goal item. All right. We'll talk about which week is this, start date, end date, source, important URLs, and some notes like this. Of course, you also want to make sure that you have a name and your name, okay, date of goal create. Very interesting thing. Don't do anything, just do this now. Don't do anything else, just create this. It will be so good for yourself that you'll feel, you know what, I've put my goal somewhere, I'm happy that my goal is there somewhere. Forget about it, don't think about it after this. Okay, so now I'm just going to give it a little shading that way, and this. Sorry team, I kind of emphasize on the formatting, on making sure that everything. So here I'm writing my name, you could replace it with your name. All right, date, what's today's date? Today is August 22nd in the US. All right, this is the goal that we created. Now it'll all depend team where you are currently and how you go about executing it. So make sure you think about it clearly, realistically, and then do it. Okay, are you all with me? Am I making sense, or is this all over the top for you all, team? All right, go lighter. What is the first one? I said MS Office. Don't even say MS Office. MS Office Excel. All right. So where will you learn it from? How long will it take? This is still in the first week. When do you want to start? We'll just say the date this we created a goal plus about 3 days or 4 days so that it's comfortable for us. How long will you take? Let's say 1 day. So we'll just say this equals this plus 1. Okay. In fact, right click, insert. I'll just say number of days. Okay, and let's say I say 1, then I'll say this is a number, my friend. You see what I'm trying to do here, team? I am trying to very specifically create a plan that you could use and do something for yourself. Okay, so this is more like a fitness plan. What will you eat today? When will you work out? When will you get up? When will you sleep? That kind of a overall structure. You are going to create something like this. Either work on it independently or do it as a team. Come together, all of you, dozen of you, and start doing it. Okay. Now, MS Office Excel, I said. Similarly, source. Where will you learn it from? If not IT learn, no problem. Go and see MS Excel tutorials. All right, and see where you may find some good tutorials. Microsoft offers some. You can go to a lot of places which do free tutorials. All right, YouTube, look at this. I found something here. Just go get it here, put it here, and see if it is enough. All right, source free over the net.
Welcome to a first.
All right, so someone's very interestingly put something over 3.5 million views. Definitely would have been worth it. So you can watch such tutorials, team. Even within IT Learn, we have some good tutorials. You can try and take them. I don't know if mine will get listed anywhere in the top. For at least not for this. If you do a QTP or Selenium, my videos will definitely come there, but I don't believe Microsoft Excel. But you could look at multiple sources, and then similarly you create something for a Microsoft Word. PowerPoint is good to know, but not essential enough. So how long you're going to spend? This is still the first week. All right, you will start at this date. Okay, you will spend 1 day on it. Then what will be the output of it? Again, something free, something similar. All right, now you go about doing this for all that you find here. All right, now I've put the template here. Now what is next, team? Manual testing concepts. Okay, let's say you spend about 2 days on it. All right, and then we will talk about defect tools like Jira or Bugzilla and so on. And then let's say you spend 2 days on it. So you've already spent like what? For 6 days. So you're getting into your second week. And then you spend SQL plus project work. First week, still 1 day. You've done 1 week, team. You're done. Now you talk about QTP/UFT. And let's say you spend 10 days on it. That's your confidence level. You want to spend 10 days on it. And it goes on till 11th September. And then you talk about mobile app testing, and you have to spend and do another 10 days on it. All right. And then what else is there, team? Uh, live project overall, another 7 days, which is kind of this one. And you say summary, another 5 days. So from 25th August to 5th October, you have created a plan. Not everything has the same link. You have to find different sources for each of them and go about creating a plan and say that this is how I want to do it. Right? And once you do this, team, you are then making sure that you've set yourself to a specific goal, a specific rhythm. Go back and look at each status. But what a lot of people don't do is they don't put a column called status. Right? And this is the most important column. Have you done it? Have you not done it? What is the status on it? This is, at the end of the day, the most important. Because you can dream everything, and if you don't execute it, then we are really not taken off. And that is the reason you have to be very specific. And you can talk about how long you have created a plan for. How many days? Like a 39 days plan. If you want to be more aggressive, you want to reduce something, that's fine. We will create something similar of a plan at ITE Learn, and we're going to execute that. All right. So, for example, I've just kept this open. This is the upcoming training calendar that we have internally designed, team. All right. And this will basically give you all the idea about how we go about executing it. How we go about executing each and every course. So, for example, we are today sitting on this, then we are talking about a web development training. Most is the master of software testing, essentially built to club a lot of things together into like a 2-3 month kind of a program that gets you all the needed tools and everything together. And then we wanted to plan with the HTML and MS Office, get into SQL plus database testing, all of this with specific dates, specific timelines. Then we wanted to do manual testing, HPQTP, mobile app testing. These are some webinars on QA on it. Basically how we could take help of working through and getting remote jobs on so and so. And then we're talking about some more trainings in October and November. They are not yet completely put together, but that's what we will be creating. And eventually I will also be doing the I'm not sure how many of you seen it, but give me a second if I can go quickly and show you how master software testing. So if you look at most, right, you will see the participants in it and how they get divided into groups and teams, and each group is creating different documentations on every topic they learn and how they give presentations, how they go about working as a team, primarily with a very simple intent. Team, they want to build so much confidence on every topic that they go about. Documentation, requirements document, test case templates, all of these things, they work together just from a pure perspective so that they know when they go and sit in front of an interview panel, they know what skills they have, they know exactly how they need to do things. All right, team. So that's it from my side. I'm open for questions. You're more than welcome to raise your hand if you want to speak. Just the fact that there are over 120 participants right now, it makes it very tough for me to kind of get an audio from everyone. Especially with the value of time in the back end. So want to know if everyone is good. If there are specific questions, let me know. I would love to answer. Let's start with the chat questions first. If there's anything that I can take it up here, that will be great. All right, team, go at this. Questions. Can I take automation testing without knowledge of manual testing? Ravi, absolutely yes. You can go automation testing independently and focus on it. But basic knowledge of manual testing will help you. Right? You don't need, it is not mandatory, but some basic knowledge of documentation, defect life cycles, how you go about interacting, creating, maintaining documents, different test artifacts, all of these things will give you a comfort. I would love to start working. I have 5 years of experience, but I have a break due to H4 in US. I've tried to study QTP for 2 months and applied on QA on Air. Can you help me get some work from QA on Air? So team, here's how it is. QA on Air will take off. It will do some things, but don't depend on QA on Air right away. All right, it's a long-term strategy. It's a vision that we have to create that kind of a rhythm. We are not yet in that speed of execution, so you'll have to be patient on QA on it. All right, but you should try to create a beautiful resume and start going out into the market. Why are you not doing it? If your visa is not permitting, then I'm not. I'm really sorry that at the moment I couldn't do anything. Yes, when we get the opportunities in QA on air, we will definitely reach out to all of you. How about Selenium? Selenium, it's either QTP or Selenium. In terms of a schedule, yes. If towards end of September, early October, we will be starting Selenium live batches also. Recordings is how we will go about it. Please note that 80% of all that we do in terms of memberships and so on is all because of the videos. Once you start watching the videos, you will see that you never even have to attend a live webinar. When will QTP session start? I've just shared some of the schedule, so I'll put that schedule up for you. You can look at how it is right now. QA videos, what does that include? Shravani, please contact my sales team about what videos and what's the content. You will see a lot of this on the website. You can just go to the website and look at what is covered in it under the options. You will find that. All right. It is basically under QA videos, you will get access to all the entire manual testing process, Jira and Bugzilla. Without automation testing, can I go for manual testing first? Mallar, go for manual testing, no problem. It's a good starting point. However, to get a job, to really stand out and differentiate yourself, you need tools, you need skills. Not that you'll work on it, okay? You may not even work on it, but just the fact that you have it gets you interview calls, gets you through that interview, and makes you one of the most desired participants in it. Do we need to have programming skills to learn Selenium? You don't need to know anything before you come to IT learn. All right, at least to that program. To learn Selenium, you need to know programming. You need to learn it. Do you need to learn it before learning Selenium? No. As part of it, you need to. But you don't need to learn it like a developer. You can learn it just the way it is just the way it is for anyone else. All right. What do you say about basic web apps? Basic web apps, just basic knowledge about how web applications work, how they're hosted, how you go about making changes, how they get through a release cycle, that kind of features. No knowledge of testing, but worked on other technologies, that's fine. It's easier for you when you're moving from a IT area into QA, from a different IT, it's much easier for you, team. Can you help to find jobs in Canada? So, team, jobs is a different section altogether. We have a placement cell where we get a lot of people going through master software testing. You will go through our entire resume preparation, mock interviews, the entire 9 yards of it, and then we will start helping you through the placements as well. All right. I have no knowledge on testing, but worked in other technologies. Do you have any discounts for the online classes? I really don't have any discount, Shatik. It's rarely that we do one year-end sale. Everything else is standard, but reach out to the team and tell which courses. Typically, as you combine one or two more courses together, there are discounts automatically that come in. Can I start with these videos? Absolutely. That's the way people go. They start with the videos. They really don't wait for a schedule to start. But what will help is to create a plan, a goal like I've done here, and then go about executing it. Selenium or QTP, either one is fine. Rita, don't worry about it. Take either one. The way it will work, team, is in your first 30 days, you will start with one automation tool. And if you still haven't got placed, the next month, you're going to take the other automation tool. And that's how you're going to go about executing it. All right. QA analyst, manual tester. Let me see any more questions. That is, QA analyst and manual tester roles are same. It's no, they're not the same, but at the same time, they're gradients of each other. You start with manual testing at a certain level. As you build your skills on the functionality of the application, the domain, you become a subject matter expert. What does the subject matter expert mean? Someone who knows how the subject or that application works. What is it supposed to be behaving like? That is when you are a better tester. Why are you a better tester? As a software tester, you need to find defects. You need to find areas where the application is not working correctly. So unless you're a master at the application functionality, you're not really a great tester. And as you build your mastery on it, you go from being a QA junior QA engineer or a manual tester, all the way up towards QA analyst, automation engineers, and so on. Scripting language, different languages for different tools. So as you get to each tool, you will learn them. For newcomer, what are the best videos? Like basics and manual testing, yes. So you need to start with manual testing package team. Master of software testing is a combination of all these things put together. All right. So it is not like one. It is many courses put together. So if you go to master software testing, you'll see it is a combination of almost all the most important aspects, and you have 3 years access to this thing. Because what happens is, a lot of times I see people come in, learn for 3 months, they go into the work. After 6 months they come, they say that, you know what, I need access back to other tools, I need, because my project wants something, and so on. And all of these things are included in master software testing as a course. All right, I'm just breezing through the questions, team. There are so many of you, and I'm sure that you need a lot of guidance. So I'm trying to make sure that I answered somewhat most of the questions. To computer science degree, no knowledge of testing. Very good, no problem, Pushpa. You are very close to setting yourself. Decide your goal. Decide why you are going again for it, and then go about doing it. Okay. How to contact sales team? You'll find the phone numbers. You'll find the email address. Either email to learn@iteln.com or call the numbers team. What are the prerequisites if I want to take up mobile app testing as standalone? All the courses are standalone by themselves, team. When I take any new course, I either tell you that I am expecting you to already know something, or whatever you need to know as part of one course will be covered in that. Can you say all the roles in testing? There's so many roles, Mallar, not really one role. But QA engineer, you have QA analyst, you have QA architects, then you have automation, and then the same thing, QA can be replaced with software testing, okay, independent verification and validation teams, performance test engineers, automation, functional testers, and then load testers. So there's so many variations to it. QC is included, team. If you notice, it's included in master software testing. Why is it not here? It should be here. There you go. See? Manual testing, QA, Bugzilla, Jira QC, and all of these things. All right, team, towards the last few questions, and then I'll end up the session, and you could look at the video recording hosted at our live sessions here. So where you see how to get a QA job in 30 days, this is where you can also see the video of it. Do you feel someone that never tested can learn Selenium in a month using the videos? Absolutely, yes, Rita. I've seen thousands of people doing it. I have gone through it personally. I know the way how you got to do it. You got to focus and learn the right things. It's absolutely easy. All right, you will notice the difference in the first 2 weeks. The first 1 week may be a little struggle just to get to it, and then as you complete it, stay on the journey, you'll see it is possible. QTP, they normally want at least 5 to 6 years of experience. So get someone who's got that 5 to 6 years experience in QTP, Ritu, and let's put someone who's gone through my tutorials for about 2 months, 3 months, in the way I've shown, in the way I have done it. We will put them side to each other, then we will put the competition open. You will see the difference. And this is not me who's speaking. These are my old students, the candidates who've taken the training. Then they get to the interview, they know what has happened. Then they get to the projects, they know how well they have done. And that is why I'm able to confidently tell you. Right, your confidence will be very, very high. If someone has truly worked on QTP, then absolutely there's nothing that you can replace. But the exposure that you're going to get in the short period is probably one of the best reasons why we've been very successful at IT. All right, team. There are unlimited number of questions. Let me see if I can take any few of them. Do you have any contacts in Australia as well? Raghu, not specifically. I can't say that in a specific country that I have contacts. But again, from a placement perspective is not what I'm focusing on right now. I'm focusing more on a program that will get you towards it, guide you towards placement, irrespective of which country you are. What is security testing? Need senior QA in my company? Anybody interested in Sacramento area? TJ, a lot of them. Someone who's in background of healthcare, we get many requirements and we go through our database of selecting, identifying someone who can do it. Just let me know when you say senior QA, what kind of skills you require, any specific tool experience. You said yes in the healthcare industry, but which section of healthcare? Right, that kind of information will really help us. All right, team. Towards the end of it, thank you so much. I will share the video. I'll put it there along with the Excel. I really appreciate all of you joining in, taking your time and effort and energy for attending this session. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Take care. Bye now. Bye, everyone. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye then. Hey, team, before you leave, I'm so sorry. There's one last final poll that I wanted to take. Raj, Abhi, could I request one of you to launch the final poll, please? Hardly a minute, and then it's all yours to go, please. This is the last poll. I just want to take your feedback. When you attended the session to begin with, and towards the end, did this webinar help you? Help you to set a goal, to kind of get clarity on what you need to do, a goal that you seriously believe that you can do it, that you can get that you got motivated, inspired, or no, nothing really much. Doesn't matter to you. Multiple choice again, you'll see more than 100% of votes. Just take a few seconds. Please help me giving the feedback, because that will tell me how this session helped. Plus, it will tell the audience also when they see the results how it has helped everyone else. All right. So please go ahead. A few more seconds. There are about 60% votes. I don't. I hope it will get closer to the 80% at least. Fill in that so that way we can create something. And meanwhile, let me save this Excel so that way it is there. Goal: how to get a QA testing QA job in 30 days. All right, saved. So now I can put it there. All right, team. Sorry, about 74% votes in. I'm going to wait for a few more seconds. Let the remaining of you finish it and then put it up on the presentation. Last poll was there. How did this webinar help you? All right, team. Thank you so much. About 77% votes in. In a second, I'm going to capture this and put it up there so you can take it. I believe we can close the poll now, and I'm sharing the results with you all. Meanwhile, I'm also putting the thing on the slide. Picture from file, desktop, screenshot 2. There you go. All right, this is good. All right, team. So hide results. I'm showing the screen, and this is the final one. So thank you so much. A lot of you got motivated. Most of you had a clarity on what is needed to be doing, what is needed to be done to be a QA engineer. Um, Goal setting and the belief that you can do it. I think that talks about it. I'm hopeful. I'm thankful that you've got that from this presentation. Thank you so much. And till next time we see you live or through videos. Take care, everyone. Have a great, brilliant weekend. Enjoy.